Hey everyone, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I was just reflecting on how we just completed our first year in business and some of the pretty incredible stories of where the Lord took us from this time last year, really working out of the basement to now partnering with major brands and professional sports teams. And I want to share those with you, and hopefully it'll be encouraging to you or someone you know. This time last year, I left my full-time job to start my company. I had very little entrepreneurship experience and not much cash, and I was praying about it, and I felt like the Lord told me two things. Number one was not to go get a second job to help support myself, and number two was not to look for any type of outside capital, venture capital, angel investor, family money, etc. And that He was just going to provide through the business, through the deals that that we'd win. And this was right after I just got done looking at the startup statistics, which I think it's 3 out of 10 make it past year 1, and then 1 out of 10 make it past year 3, using traditional methods of raising capital and that kind of thing. So I was sitting there thinking, all right, Lord, well, we've got less than a 0% chance of succeeding here, but if this is what you want me to do, then I'll do it. And some of you might have seen the previous video that I made about how we won our first account with Coca-Cola here in Charlotte. Shortly thereafter, we won a deal with Auburn University's Booster Club to show appreciation for their $1 million athletic donors, which was pretty awesome. So at the end of Q1, I was feeling pretty good. We had a nice little cash store going into the summer, and that's when sales stopped. June and July were not good. We did not have very much business coming in at all. And I think it was about middle of July, the bank account was almost tapped. And I remember thinking, Lord, I got to go get a second job, or else I'm not going to be able to support myself, and the company's going to go under. I remember being in my office, and I was about to pick up the phone and call a restaurant right down the street and see if they needed some part-time help. And that's when I really felt like He spoke to me and said, don't make the call. Put the phone down, don't make the call, and I'm going to provide. And so I didn't make the call. And the next week we won our first pro team deal with the New York Mets, which was pretty incredible. I guess that was towards the end of July, beginning of August. And what's crazy is from the end of August to December 31st of 2015, our sales tripled. We had done, I think, up to $25,000 in July, and in that short amount of time, our sales tripled, and we hit our 6-figure sales goal, which is pretty crazy. In that time, we had boxes given to Fortune 500 CEOs, Hall of Fame athletes. A client gave boxes to former President Bush and his father. We worked with multiple MLB teams, NBA, NFL, Major League Soccer teams. We did a project for the MLB All-Star Game. And most recently, we actually just completed a project for the upcoming Super Bowl. Can't really talk too much about that yet, but it was pretty cool. And I guess all that to say is, I'm not delusional. There's no way I could have done that all on my own. It was definitely the Lord directing my steps, and granting the business favor, just opening doors that just shouldn't have opened. To be a startup with minimal resources, and to be working with the kind of clients that we had, and just the sales taking off like they did in such a short amount of time. There's no other explanation for that other than God's hand, and I'm just so grateful for that. I learned a lot this year. It was at times very, very hard. It's been probably one of the most difficult years that I would never trade for anything. Long nights, not much sleep, a lot of uncertainty, but it's been awesome at the same time. It's been so rewarding, just to be able to really see the benefit of hard work paying off. And I've just learned a lot of things. One of which is, with regards to that promise that I had when I first started about not going and getting a second job or looking for income, was if the Lord gives you a promise and tells you something, then write it down, read it every day, and just believe it's going to happen, because it's not easy, especially when people that are close to you think you're kind of crazy. It was tough for me because I had family and friends who were worried about me and were like, you really need to go get another job, support yourself, and I really had to just live by faith and trust that everything was going to work out with the finances. So looking forward to 2016, really excited. We've got some pretty aggressive growth strategies. We've hired a couple people, which has been really cool. Brought on several family members who are more involved in the business now, which is pretty awesome. Also, my dad and I are about to start a second software-based business, which I'm really pumped about. Dad's a very talented software developer who helped build the original YouVersion Bible app, which was pretty cool. So we're going to be launching that sometime in Q1, which will be interesting, running two businesses at once, but I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I thank you for watching this. If there's someone that comes to mind you think might be encouraged by it, just how the Lord worked through our business, please share it with them. Maybe someone that's also starting a business. And yeah, really appreciate that, and hope you have a blessed 2016.